Kellogg. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and Louisville.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the four-man position. Louisville on D. It's a three-point game. The kick out to Hill from beyond the arc. Rebound by Harrell.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now, here's Decker. Pass to Hawkins. And stolen by Freak.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
And the Badgers with possession here. Louisville getting their last shot to go. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Badgers shooting their first free throw of the night. And so it's Louisville with it. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Wade. Here's the Badgers with the ball, trailing by 4. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, it's the Badgers missing. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets it to go.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Hill, a screen on Hughes. Conley kicks to Gibson. The pass to Hawkins. And here is Conley. The Badgers working the ball around now. Drills it from outside. Hawkins has got 6.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Thomas is out there with Peyton, and it's Rozier in at the point guard. So for the Cardinals, Russell comes in. 1:09 left to play here in the half. And for the Badgers, they've got Dawkins. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Kaminsky in at the 5.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
The jump hook, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Cardinals leading by 7. Here's Freak. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Freak's got 9.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Now, Decker. From deep three-point range, he got it up in time, but and the first half is now in the books. Louisville leads by 11. We'll see you after halftime. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
On the court right now for the Cardinals, Freak, he's in at point guard. Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders, and it's Mack in at the center position.
And guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
Decker with it. Hawkins a screen on White. And Hill has it in the corner. Kicks to Evans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
And that one's good. Freak.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
So both teams making some changes here. Conley dishes to Hill. It's Hawkins on the wing. And again, it's the Badgers missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And it's Freak missing.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Hawkins kicks to Hill. Evans setting the pick for Hill. To stop the drought. Lays it up and banks it in.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Conley the pass to Hill. Wade sets the pick for Hill. The feed now to Wade. Misses the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Freak inside. And the dunk by Payton.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And Wisconsin. And the Badgers with possession here.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cardinals.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Good shots, gentlemen.
That's his first personal foul.
And Wade drops them both. And here are the Cardinals. They're on a 12-4 run. Now here's Freak. For the three, misses the shot. So we see the Cardinals get the win here. And what an incredible feeling it is for a